Holy cow, we're checking in. Hold on. So, we're here in North Carolina for the last night before the flight out. Actually flying out in like 4 hours or something, super early. Just gonna get a couple hours of sleep in. And yeah, excited. It's been a great trip, really. Awesome spending time with friends and family. But looking forward to a couple things. Again, talking about the music cleanse, just not doing anything playing music-wise for a week straight. I'm like ready to go, when we get back. Which, flying out, we'll be back at like 9 a.m. to San Francisco. And it's gonna be a long freaking day. That's all I gotta say. I feel like I've been doing like vlogs of space where you're stuck on the spaceship and you're like, I've got 48 hours of oxygen left until everything's over. Let's do another beard check. I don't remember the last time I've had this much facial hair. It's been really itchy growing it in. But yeah, it's not looking too bad actually. I think I might leave it longer until the jam session on Sunday, just to surprise everyone with how much facial hair I've gotten. People are so used to my boyish looks, you know what I mean? Because I like to look fresh. I don't usually like growing out facial hair. It's looking hot with this All Saints polo. Talking a little bit about more philosophical stuff earlier tonight, which got me thinking about shared energy and the connectedness of things and challenges of morality, overthinking, concepts like that. I could go deeper into this, but I don't want to get too philosophical. Ooh, what is that? It's been so freaking muggy, by the way, in North Carolina. It has been like, it was 90 degrees Fahrenheit, 65% humidity earlier today, which felt a lot like Arizona in the summer, plus humidity. So definitely excited to have the weather back for San Francisco. You get tired of that steady 65 degrees or whatever you get down in San Francisco, but being away from it, you're like, okay, let's do this again. Let's get it. Look at those teeth. Yeah. What's going on? Hey, what's up, Cam Zarati? This is a little bit of a vlog. Hey, a sloth face. I've been doing this for the last week because I've been out traveling. I'm streaming every day for a year. So even though I've been traveling over to Toronto and now I'm in North Carolina, I've been needing to stream to keep the streak going. About 100 days in, something like that, of streaming every day, and I wasn't about to stop now. You're new? What do you mean by new? Yeah, it's been crazy though. Over the last 2 years, I haven't traveled once. It's been like total COVID isolation, grinding, music. Yeah, welcome to the, you pronounce it Sekkes, so the sex party, sex club, whatever you want to say. Um, yeah, I normally do music related streams, which would be music production or playing instruments on stream, stuff like that. But I purposefully went on a music cleanse during this trip because I wanted to kind of have a reset. Yeah, this is, and I also normally don't have facial hair, which is why if you came in at that point, I was talking about it. I haven't shaved once. Oh, thank you. It's I have an album that I just finished that'll be coming out soon, but I already have a, if you're interested to check out the music, YouTube, you could just exclamation mark YT or something in the chat if you're interested. But here we're just talking today. We're just doing a vlog, like you're saying, before our flight. And we have about 3 hours or so. It's going to be one of those red eye, late night, crazy, or early morning, I should say, flights. North Carolina right now, it's about 1 in the morning, or no, midnight, not 1 in the morning. Sorry about that. Yeah, what is it that is bringing you in? What's your story? Electronic music, yeah. Although the new stuff I've been working on is very, it's kind of like indie electronic a little bit, I guess. It's kind of hard to describe because it's adding vocals in, but I'm making the vocals out of piecing together words in weird ways. And a lot of, is that the Bob Ross? What is that emote? Pixel Bob. I love it. Speaking of Bob, I'm going to be embarking on a lot of artwork here soon. So it might be fun to do some art streams if we don't get too much off task. Yeah, we've been isolated pretty much for like 2 years straight. Year and a half, realistically, from COVID. And this is the first time that I've left the city. Thank you very much. And it's been weird. Normally I live in San Francisco, and people have been so isolated and paranoid about COVID that it's like you almost can't look someone in the eyes. They get terrified of you. She's like, why aren't you isolating 6 feet? That type of thing. But going to Toronto, it was like everyone was out and they're having fun. It was like nothing happened. There's new buildings being built up everywhere. It was crazy. And then I came over here to North Carolina, Raleigh, the same way. It's like all the people are cool. They're out. And then I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, whoa, what's going on in California? I was stuck in that bubble for so long, you know what I mean? That I didn't know that the rest of the US and Canada are like pretty good right now. And it's really California's struggling or something at the moment. I'm just in this room. Let me see if I can show you. This is my small dog, Emma. Right there. She's sleeping on the suitcase. She's like, what are you doing? Get the F out of here. Roots. Thank you. I appreciate it. She's she had to come with. I just put her in the suitcase, cram that sucker shut. She knows it's almost time to go back in there before the flight. No, but I had to bring her with because I don't really have anyone to watch her in San Francisco. Yeah, US. I look like I'm not with this style going on. It's like, what's going on with this guy? But yeah, I used to live in Korea for some time, actually, in Seoul. And I've traveled a little bit around Europe and Mexico. Really. That's my story. I was only in Korea for a year. But that was fun. Man, holy, that was good. Did a little bit of busking at some time over there. Latin America, the skull. I don't know. It's probably not as bad as you're saying. Wherever you are. We get a lot of people in on this channel, usually when I'm doing the music streams, who are from those parts, Brazil. Got a few people that come on from there. And it seems like it's pretty nice down in Latin America. Do I want to change spots with you? Maybe. I don't know your situation. That's a hard one. As long as you get good internet down there. That's like the main thing for electronic music. There's got to be some good internet down in Latin America, right? It's such a broad term. I don't know. There's a big difference between Brazil and Colombia. Come and you'll live it. How are things down there, though, right now? Is it pretty rough from the sounds of it? Like, I've heard that it's mostly media. The US media is pretty crazy with... It makes everywhere else look like it's a scary place to be all the time. But then you like go there and it's, oh wait, everyone's just normal living life. Aside from like a few groups of people that are doing messed up things, but that's like, the US is that way, right? Too. I love the sloth emote. Serious sloth. Can I put anything in chat? That'd be cool. I definitely would like to explore Latin America more than I have. You as well? Yo también? Is that what that means? Yo sé un poquito. Uno poquito, is that what it is? Español? My Spanish is... mi español es muy malo. Something like that. It's been a while since I've been down. I haven't been down to Mexico in a couple of years now. Hey, what's up, Dinero? Peace. Looking a little different, huh? Growing the beard out and got the haircut and everything. Sabes un poquito de español. Is that how you say it? Who kidnapped me? That. Right there. I'll be back tomorrow, actually. So I've been gone. I've been doing a lot of chatting. It's been great. Because I'm not used to doing this type of thing. It's easy when you're doing something else, you know what I mean? If you're playing a game, if you're doing music, because you're not like having to think about talking as much. You're like, there's other things distracting, right? The pressure's on in a weird way when it's just you and the camera. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. I'm actually leaving for the flight here in like a few hours and arriving back at 9 a.m. So I am a little bit apprehensive. I'm not used to flying at such an early hour. I think it'll be fine. Coming from Canada, though, holy, the flight was an hour long to North Carolina from Toronto, and the wait through security because of COVID and customs and stuff took like 3 hours. So security is pretty messed up right now at the airport. It's weird. Yeah, it was 3 hours of waiting in lineups because people are being so slow to check like all the documents and stuff. There's a money grab going on in the States right now with COVID, where if you board a plane or if you fly into like another country or something, you have to do a ton of testing, even if you're vaccinated already. Then you have to have proof of vaccination showing your vaccine cards, and then you also have to pay like $200 to have someone put a cotton swab in your nose and tell you that you're infected or not. It's weird. Yeah, the papers, exactly. Psh. Do you have your papers? And they don't care. They're like, either you have it or you don't. There's no gray area for it. I should be set on the papers this time. Had a little scare in Toronto. I thought you could come back to the United States as a U.S. citizen without getting the vaccine, but they won't even let you come back to the country, or not vaccine, without getting the test. But if I didn't get tested, they'll actually not allow me to come back into the United States. Even like vaccine or not, it doesn't matter. They're like, nope, you gotta get tested or else we're not letting you on the plane. That's just that. You're gonna have to figure it out. It's like, well, shit, I'm stranded. What happens? You're like, what if you don't have any money? You're like, I'm stuck in Canada. They don't want me here because I'm not a Canadian like national. I don't have permission to live there. And then the US doesn't want me because I can't afford to get the test. It would be an awkward situation for sure. Good question on that. Kind of reminds me of when I was in Korea. It was for a study abroad again. All a study abroad means is like, hey, you're in another country, you're on your own, pal. You're not doing... I didn't even go to class. I completely stopped going to class once and for one of my classes, and somehow they still passed me with a B. I didn't take the test or anything. But that's another story. It was weird with that too, where they were like, hey, you can't afford to get your ticket back into the US, which is like $1,000. Guess you're stuck in Korea. We're not doing anything about it. I had to ask my grandma to send me money for the ticket. Luckily my grandparents did. Otherwise, I have no clue what would have happened. The school didn't care. They were like, not our problem. It's interesting. Heads up, I don't know if you're gonna have the opportunity to do a study abroad at some point or what point of life you're in. But just know that you're on your own. Might be getting a new job here in San Francisco soon. You've got Udemy, a Udemy abroad. There we go, Khan Academy. What is Khan Academy? Oh, really? I've heard of Udemy. I've never heard of Khan. I should start going back to school or something. You miss those types of things, once you're not doing it anymore. Like when you're taking classes, you're like, man, I don't care. I'm never gonna use this. I don't need to. Khan Academy is a free online. Really? For like what type of school are we talking? Oh man, my eyebrows are getting thick too. Should I grow this beard out, you think, and keep it coming? But you're right, it does look like I'm a prisoner or something. Been kidnapped. That was so funny. 2nd grade to college. No way. So anyone can just do that? It doesn't matter? Or anyone that's in school, I mean. You can just like leave your elementary school and then enroll in Khan Academy for free. Oh. Feels good to have the option to do that. Because it definitely wasn't back then. Before, of course, all the academy stuff. More like training you can learn in addition. Oh, okay. So it doesn't substitute. You're going to be using it for math. I see. It'd be good to use that for language acquisition from the sounds of it, if it's an option to do so. Math is funny. I remember taking like physics and trigonometry and algebra, calculus. Nowadays, it's like basic math. That's all you use. If you can do double-digit additions and subtractions, you're like set for life on the math that you actually need. Unless you're doing a job that requires you to be doing math, which is like 1% of all jobs. It's interesting. 3D game math. That sounds fun. I'm surprised you need math to make games. I thought that they would have like someone else did it for you already. Someone did the math and they're like, now you're just plugging in formulas or something that you're not doing it yourself. Like Googling, okay, what is the right math that I need in this situation? And it's like already been done or something by someone. Have you started your a beta version of the games yet that you have in mind? Like, are you building something? That would be. You gotta hurry on that, Denuro. Art assets. MMORPGs are coming back. That's like the moneymaker at the moment. But it seems like video games swing in popularity by genre. And MMORPG was lost popularity drastically because World of Warcraft sucked, and so did Guild Wars and all those. And then isolation happened with COVID, and they're like, oh my gosh, you know what was fun was when I played MMORPGs. And then, of course, now MMORPGs are big. Oh, using AI. Then it would be like that would be the first real MMO. If you could have AI generated NPCs, that'd be sweet. I don't know if AI is there yet. Imagine yelling at NPCs and them getting angry at you. Exactly. That'd be ridiculous. That'd be huge. We're getting into the realm of like creating a new world, though. That too, yeah. People would probably start getting in relationships with NPCs and stuff too. It'd be crazy. Even a game like The Sims with AI would be incredible, let alone something that has RPG elements to it, you know? And then 4chan would come in, and then here we are. Nothing's really changed. All we did was create the same situation we're in all over again. No, what happened to Microsoft Tay? I don't even know, honestly, what Microsoft Tay is. Is that an AI that they made? I used to use the text to speech. I thought that was so cool. It blew my mind. It was like, oh my God, the computer can say what I'm typing in. And I used to type in the LH on Microsoft. I'm an Apple man now, unfortunately. But back in the Microsoft days, LH, Lernikenhowski. And you would just type in LH, 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 Lernikenhowski, 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 Lernikenhowski. And then I would add in like a cuss word or something at the end. And thought it was so funny. They made a chatbot that learned from you talking to it. When was this? Tay went from humans are super cool to full Nazi in under 24 hours. No way. Were people trolling Tay? Is that what happened? I gotta look into this story. Holy cow. And that, Tenuro, is why humans are gonna go extinct from AI, in a nutshell. Because they're just gonna think logically about it, and they're gonna be like, yeah, it's time we just put the superior beings in place of the machines. 24 hours, though, is the funny part is the scale of time. Have you seen those videos where they have two AIs talking to each other? Those are cool. And they just have like these really awkward conversations with tons of awkward pauses and everything. Microsoft Tay. They must have exterminated Tay then, huh? It's like, oh, spent 2.4 years making Tay, deleting Tay within 24 hours. That's crazy. And here you Tay, Annie. I think AI is probably 20 years away, if I had to guess, based on my insider information. Yeah, I would love to look at that once I'm back tomorrow in SF. I think I'm actually going to hit the hay now and get like the 2 hours of sleep or whatever. Make like her. Anyway, yeah. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back with a in our standard setup tomorrow. Doesn't want to sleep on the bed. No, she wants to sleep on the suitcase. It's weird. We'll be back tomorrow. 8 p.m. is what I'm aiming for. Western time. So that's probably around now, actually, now that I think about it. And yeah, as always, stay sexy. Keep it real, keep it safe. Don't give your personal information out through accepting an agreement online because you don't want to read the 50 pages. That lets you give all of your information, even your contacts and your texts, to China. TikTok. Okay. That aside, as always, stay sexy. Peace out.